Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We have a ton of stuff to update everybody on today, so we're going to jump right into it. So for April 2016, made gross income $3,869.36. This was another month where I made 3 paychecks, so basically I've been working on every other weekend for this whole year of 2016. So one week it's 56 hours, next week it's 40 hours. But for this month, paid $790.46 in taxes, put $184.46 in the 401k. For take-home pay, I ended up bringing home $2,894.46. And then we did get some rental income come in, $975 in rental income. So I've got a few things to explain there. So I went ahead and moved out of the last 1-bedroom unit that was downstairs, and then rented an apartment with my girlfriend. And so we are now living in a 1-bedroom apartment. The rent is about $750 a month. But when we were going to sign the lease, they had this wheel that you could spin. And I spun the wheel, and there was one little sliver on the wheel that was get $100 off your rent every month for a year. And I swear I hit that one sliver. And the leasing guy was like, I've never seen anybody ever hit that. So they called their management and they honored it. So it brought our rent down to $650 a month. And so we split that between the two of us. So, and then we pay electricity, then everything else is included. So my total cost is about $400. So I made the decision to do that. It's a much nicer apartment than, what this is here. And so if I can rent this unit out for $500, and that, I can live in a nicer apartment closer to my work for $400, then I'm plus 100. So that's kind of the math that I did to justify the decision. So, and that does include electricity and stuff as well. So, but yeah, so we made 975. So we rented one of the last 1-bedroom that I was living in, rented it at $500 a month since it was so nice. And then the 2-bedroom unit for $475, they paid their rent this month. And then now this is 2 months where the guy that is living in the other 1-bedroom downstairs has not paid his rent. So working with him, I may try to work out some kind of deal with him. I try to find these win-win situations. And so I'm pretty frustrated that, he can't seem to pay $450 a month for a house, but he is a stonemason, the guy that is living there. So I'm wondering if he can maybe do some work on this house for me. It's a huge house, like 6,500 square feet. So I'm wondering if he can paint the exterior for me and, retuck some of the masonry underneath the house. And so I'm going to try to work with him and see if he's more willing than the last people to do a little bit of work. And then maybe depending how much work he does, I'll call his rent good. But I should be talking with him soon, but I think he's in a pretty rough situation right now. So I think he's may take whatever help that he can get. But yeah, that's income for April 2016. 2016 totals are at the bottom, and lifetime totals are also down here at the bottom. Moving into the net worth, house number 1, we did get an offer that is pretty close this month. So I am right in the middle of going back and forth with a guy. He offered 25,000, which I don't think I'm willing to take. I think 30,000, 35,000 is probably the ballpark, like the bare minimum that I'd take for this house. I only paid like about 10,000 for it, and then maybe put about 4,000, maybe $5,000 into it. So I have 15,000 in. So if I could get 30, I essentially double my money in about a year. So we're negotiating right now. I countered back at 40,000. He's at 25,000. So he may come back at 30, and I may come back at 35, and we'll see what happens. I'm not sure how far up he'll go, but for house number 2, I'm still having this valued at 90,000. I've got all 3 units rented out. It's on paper it's bringing in almost $1,500 a month. So not a bad deal for 90,000. For 401k, we moved up to $12,006 this month. So moved up $1,100 and something dollars, that's another super good month. 2 months ago we were at 9,000. Now we're up to 12. I did make another house payment this month, so I'm down to $43,818 owed on house number 2. Then for cash, I did get another tax return. I barely met the deadline to file my taxes, but ended up getting like 3,000 something dollars. So cash, I'm at 9270 for cash in my personal checkings account, and then I'm at 5,800 for the rental checkings account. So how are the other one bedroom that I just rented this month? They put another deposit in, so 1,500 of this is technically deposits. So I'm really at 4,300. But yeah, I'm just counting it for simplicity right now. But so total cash is at 15,000. A couple other updates. So I rented the last unit. We had one tenant pay late. I talked about renting the apartment closer to where I live, and then work. Work was the last thing. Somewhat of a depressing update, but um, when I did the 2015 summary, I talked about I had three strategies. Move up in levels at work, and then strategy number two is maybe become a team leader. It seemed like both of those had pretty much striked out. Strategy number three, since I have an engineering degree now, strategy number three was to work in facilities maintenance. So they did finally post a job for facilities maintenance. I did apply to the position and could not even get an interview. The director of engineering wants to hire me for the position, and specifically posted the position for me to apply to. But then once I applied, human resources blocked my application. So I met with him, the director of engineering, and he said, I am not allowed to apply to the position because it's too big of a salary increase than what I'm at right now. So I make $15 an hour right now. Engineering starts at 23, and so it's an $8 an hour pay increase. But it's a corporate standard that somebody can't make more than $5 per hour pay increase. So I am not eligible to apply to the position because it's more than that $5 per hour. So you can't make this stuff up. So I guess he gave me a couple options. I can either ask for a pay increase in my current position, which I'm already maxed out. I have all 10 filling machines, and I should be a level 8, making $22 an hour. But I can't get our current leadership to promote me because I'm not old enough, is what the director of operations said. Um, I can't get the team leader position because I'm using air quotes. I'm not good friends with the boss like she is. And yeah, and so now number three here, I can't get this position because I make too little, and I can't make more money in my current position because my current boss, my boss's boss doesn't want me to. So I pretty much striked out on all three of my options. The director of engineering said he was pretty upset by this rule, and it's just a corporate rule that human resources has out there for hourly workers. So we can't change the rule. He said, though, if I quit, then he can hire me in from the outside of the company, and then they don't have to abide by that $5 an hour increase. And I even talked to him, maybe he could just hire me at $18 an hour, or sorry, at $20 an hour, and they were not willing to do that either. So since it was below what the minimum pay for the position was, they weren't willing to. I mean, they're not allowed to move it to that low. So um, yeah, so I may be quitting here and reapplying to the position, and we'll see how that goes. But for now, they have the position taken down, so I need to, meet with him and get a plan and see if there's anything else that we can do. But yeah, a little bit disappointing, but nevertheless, that was really the last update for April 2016. At least we'll end on a positive note. Net worth we crossed the six-figure mark, so I'm at $103,258, and it took me almost 4 years, 3 years and 11 months of working and tracking my net worth to hit $100,000. So a lot slower than what I thought. I probably could have done better in 2013, but yeah, we finally made it. So 103,258, and we made huge progress on the goal pace this month. So we're now at $30,341 ahead of goal pace, which is becoming a millionaire by the age of 30. So we've got a little bit of breathing room. Maybe I'll take a vacation for the next year and eat through this. I'm just kidding. We'll keep pushing forward and try to get further and further ahead. But that is really it for April. So thank you all for joining me in the video, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if any of you have any questions or things that you'd like me to include in future videos, just comment them down below and I'll be sure to get them included. Thanks everyone for watching, and we will see you in the next video.